Jack, this has been an interesting day, huh?
It has, it has.
So, here's what happened. We're sitting up front and running the eBay drop-off store, and it was a pretty busy morning. Jack was here. He brought some, what'd you bring? Some
Dolls.
Oh yeah, doll head,
old German doll head, and the one you found that was really good.
Yeah, so I'm looking up Jack's stuff, and then a couple other people came in, and before you know it, the whole front's full. And another guy comes in, an older gentleman, and he says, how does it work? You know, I want to sell some stuff on eBay. And I said, well, what do you have? He said, well, I have 5 storage units full of stuff.
And he did.
And of course I'm thinking, okay, well, what's in the storage units? And he started telling me, he said, well, I got a desk, and I got a china cabinet, and you know, he's naming lots of furniture, and
he was naming the stuff that he saw as significant.
A washing machine, a dryer. None of it's really interesting me, because I look for stuff that I can ship. And I told him straight out, I said, what do you have that's small that I could put in a box that's under 5 or 6 pounds that I could ship? And he really didn't name anything.
That's right.
And you know, my inclination was to just say, you know what, I don't think your stuff's going to work on eBay. But then I looked at your face,
yep,
and you didn't have to say a word.
That's right, you caught it.
But I could tell what you were thinking, and you were basically saying, Vince, take a look at everything.
At least look at it.
At least look at it. So I did, and I said, well, I'll tell you what. I don't think your stuff's going to be good on eBay, but maybe we can do something. We could make you a cash offer on it and just buy it out. So Jack and I went down there. Sure enough, he's got 5 units. Opened up unit 1, and I was actually able to walk into unit 1. It wasn't that bad. I walked all the way to the back. I saw a mattress. I saw a desk. I saw another piece of furniture, the china cabinet. And I saw a bunch of junk. And there were some sealed boxes along both the sides. But
12, 15 of them.
But the top one I read, it said China. And, you know,
Haviland. She told me it was Haviland.
Haviland, China. But again, you know, China, it's a lot of work, and usually doesn't do that great.
They named everything that wasn't really terrific for us. But then, when he got to the tools, remember what he said?
What did he say?
I don't know if the tools are worth money.
Yeah, he did say that.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it.
We got to the, I think that was the second unit we opened, and there was boxes of tools. Now, there was a lot of power tools without batteries, but then there were also a lot of bigger hand tools. I think I saw the name Craftsman on some real big socket or crescent wrenches, and you know, it looked decent. And then the third unit kind of sparked my interest a little bit, because there were these big red cabinets that said Mac Tools on them. Now, Mac Tools
4 or 5 pieces actually.
4 or 5?
Yeah. I saw 3 right away, then I saw another one in the back, and I saw another one to the left. It's probably the 5th piece. I don't know if it's 2 or 3 of them, or 3 or 4 of them, but there's 5 pieces. At least 4, maybe 5.
In that unit, when we opened it, you could tell it went all the way back. It was like a double unit that had a door in the back, so you could access it from any side.
20 feet.
And literally, it's piled up with boxes halfway to the ceiling. We could not walk into that unit.
40 feet, I'm sorry.
40 feet deep, yeah. And so it's really, we don't know what's in there. Then we went to see the 4th and the 5th unit, and he said there's a motorcycle buried in there, and literally we couldn't see the motorcycle because there were so many boxes.
Kawasaki.
He said a Kawasaki 74 or 75.
Said he had a title.
Said he had a title. Was there anything else that you saw in those last 2 units that kind of interest you?
I saw a lot of aluminum wrenches. Remember?
Pipe wrenches.
Pipe wrenches. I saw probably, I would guess, 300 tools between the 3 decent units. And I want to tell you something, everywhere you look there was all kinds of tools sticking out, all kinds. That's why I think they went through the other stuff and threw the other stuff in there. That's what I think. But it still looks good to me.
So, the big thing that kind of, I guess, interests both of us is the tools.
Sure.
Probably that's going to be the win, but I think you're also thinking that there's a lot of good stuff.
I feel real good about the way those boxes have not been opened in 7 or 8 years. That's a fact. And all of them aren't marked. And during that time, 8 years, you forget. I forget from month to month.
Now, these people are paying $345 a month to have these 5 storage units. They've been paying it 7 or 8 years.
And they're behind the first time.
And they're behind by a month, so now they already got to pay 700 some dollars to, you know, to just to be even, and then still keep paying the 345.
I may be a big fat burly guy, you know, but when it comes to talking to people about storage units and stuff, I dance like a butterfly.
So the key words that we're hearing is got to get rid of all this crap.
I don't want it.
Don't want it. We want it out. And in my mind, I'm thinking, geez, there's a ton of work here. I mean, there's big, heavy things in there. Mattresses, washers, dryers that probably aren't very valuable. I mean, we could scrap them out, but still a lot of work. And you know, I'm getting kind of old where I can't move that big, heavy stuff now. My back goes out.
I'll be getting there pretty soon too.
Yeah, I know. You're getting up there too, Jack. So we're trying to think about what to do. What's your initial thoughts, Jack?
My initial thoughts was, I didn't like it when they tell you what. Remember what I told you I didn't like when he said we may keep this, we may keep that.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that.
I don't like it when they say you're right then. When I told them, remember I said, look, I don't like to do a deal like this. We can't do a deal with you because it causes problems. Remember I told them right out.
You told them straight out.
You have to take out what you want, then we get together.
Okay, so what we've done at this point is we've said we'll come back in about a week after they've had a chance to clear everything out. Now when we go back there, I'll start taking some pictures. Maybe we'll run a little video, show you what we're talking about, because it's hard to visualize just from our descriptions. But all I could say is it's a lot of work. There's a big mess involved, and there's a lot of junk, without a doubt.
But the money's there, and there's a chance for a score. That's the beautiful part of it.
So this will be kind of like part one in our series. We're just seeing it for the first time, and I have to tell you, it was pouring rain, so of course every time we go see a unit we seem to have bad weather.
This is going to be interesting though. It is.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how this all pans out.
And they're nice people.
They are very nice people. But, you know, what they have in there is a big question mark.
It is. But there's such a bulk of it. Vince, stop and think about that. 10 by 20, 10 by 20, 10 by 20, 10 by 40, 5 times 10 by 40, 10 by 20, 200 times 5,000 square feet.
It's a lot of stuff.
Merchandise. And you know, you could say that it's at least 3/4 of that.
But don't forget, he said it was picked over by, what did he say, that somebody else had been there already or something?
He said it's picked over by the family.
By the family. So they might have took a lot of good stuff.
Well, when the average person looks inside there, it'll be just like what she said, remember? They don't want it, because it's work. But those units like that, I've had the best luck in those were my best units.
Yeah,
What you're looking
the
for,
ones that look like that.
They were just thrown in there. I had one unit one time, just like that. That's why I like those tools are sticking out here and there. You know, they've obviously went from one unit and thrown stuff in there. You know, it's obvious. But who's doing it? It's just like him. He thought that the couches and the chairs, those folding plastic chairs, were worth money.
Yeah.
If the tools were worth money. I couldn't believe it when he said that.
Yeah, that is interesting. Different perception of what's valuable. I'm not sure what the guy did for a living, but
He was a mechanic.
So he must have been working with tools all his life.
That's what made me think I gotta watch the guy. Or he may have bought all of his tools and didn't buy any other tools, you know, for a long time. That's a possibility.
Yeah.
But I didn't like it when he said that. That put up all kinds of red flags, you know. Beep, 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 beep. Watch this guy, he's a mechanic. But I think this is going to work out well.
All right, well, we'll go back there next week, and we'll give an update on our site here about what's going on with these units. But that's what happened today at Auction Bay. Always something.
That was cool.
All right, Jack. Thanks a lot for stopping out, and
Thank you.
I'll see you next week.
You talked me into it.
Take care, buddy.
This is going